Right, so in this video we're going to create a little layout for our symmetric model so we can save it as a PDF. Right, so we're going to go to layout 1, and as you get there you might have something similar to this. What I first want you to do is click drag, and then I want you to, so it's click release drag, and then delete that model view window. We're then going to go to layout over here, right click on that layout tab, and we're going to go to page setup manager. We're going to modify this layout, okay? And so what we're going to do is we're going to start at the top and then we'll work our way across. We want DWG to PDF because you're going to save it as a PDF and then submit it onto Teams. Then we're going to go to, there's three things we can do. We can use a normal A4 page, we can expand it slightly, or we can use the full extent of the page. So we don't need the full extent of the page. So what we're going to do is we're just going to work with an ISO expand A4. We want to do 297 by 210 because that'll be landscape, right? Make sure that landscape is selected here. So the next thing we're going to do is go layout. We're going to go to extents, okay? Then I'm going to go center the plot, and I'm going to make sure that I'm on a scale of 1:1, right? And then if you go to the top here, we want to make sure that we've got a CAD, right? Here we go. So here now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press OK, right? And you'll see now how we've enlarged the space on the page that we're going to use. So we're going to create a new layer property, which I've already done. Actually, no, I haven't. We're going to go new layer and we're going to call it a border line or borderline, it's up to you. Right, and we're going to make sure that that's about 0.30 and go OK. Then we're going to get our rectangle command at the top here. Right, we're going to click on that. By the way, I'm not an ISO draft anymore. I'm just using, we should actually have our ortho snap on at the moment. Right, so we're just using normal drafting. And I'm going to make sure that I zoom in, come into the top just a little bit off the outside corner. Right, to make sure that oopsie, let's go back again. Let's try that again. Okay, rectangle command, I'm going to go just off the inside here. There we go. And I'm going to drag this across to the bottom corner to about the same distance in. And there we have the border, right, for our page. And the next thing we're going to do is create a little title block for us to draw in. Instead of using the borders again, I was going to use the borders. We're going to use the rectangle command here. And we really need lines for our name, for the worksheet number we're drawing, to say that it's an isometric, and the scale. So we really need 4 rows. And so what I'm going to do is, instead of using a table, we're going to go very manual here. So I'm going to go rectangle, right? And I'm going to go a total of 70 by 60 high. So 70, comma, 60, enter. I'm going to change that now because I don't want this to be the same with same as my border. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to go to a new layer and I'm going to call it title block. Okay, and here I'm going to change it to probably a 0.2. Let's use a 0.2 so it's not too much smaller than the rest. I'm going to click on, I'm going to highlight this, drag and highlight, and then I'm going to attribute to it title block. There we go. Now what I'm going to do here as I work on this is I'm going to highlight it again and I'm going to type in the word explode, enter. Now you'll see that with each edge I'm able to click on and manipulate individually. So we want to create 4 rows of 15, 15 by 15 all the way down. So I'm going to click on the top, before I click on the top, and I'm going to type in the word offset and type in enter or hit enter. And then I'm going to put in the word 50 or letters 15, enter. And then I'm going to click on that line and I'm going to pull it down, click on that line, pull it down, click on that line and pull it down. Right, so I've got equal space of 15 here, 15, 15 and 15. And what I'm going to do again is I'm going to drag this, right, move it into the bottom corner. So in other words, click, release, drag. Then I'm going to type in the letter M, enter. And I'm going to click on that bottom corner. And I'm going to drag it into the bottom here so it's away from everything else. Then I'm going to add in some text, and the text I'm just going to use the normal drafting, so the normal 0, and I'm going to say text, and here I'm going to put let's put name, okay, or name is fine. Then I'm going to copy that, so I'm going to click on that, so I'm going to go CO, enter, and I'm going to drag that down because we need 4 different headings, so that will be name, more or less in the same place, right? So this will be the name of the drawer or the draftsman, and this will be page number or worksheet number, right? Worksheet, so space. If you can't get it in the same line, you go to these two little diagonal lines at the bottom, and you just drag it across a little bit, and we're going to go worksheet number, right? Or alternatively, we can go worksheet and hashtag, because that denotes a number. Right here, we're going to go to drawing type, TYEE. We don't need double capitals, that's fine. I'm going to drag that across until it all fits in, and then I've got an extra A there, and then I'm going to go, here we're going to go scale. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy this again, CO, so click on it, copy, bring it down, but what I want to do with this is I want to increase the size of the writing. I'm going to drag this across to there so that it's more or less in the middle of the space that I'm working, and I'm going to write my name, so you'll write your name here as the person the drafts person, right? Make sure it fits in nicely, right? And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to increase the size of this text. We can do it all at once, but I'm going to show you how to do it quickly. I'm going to click on this, type in MO for properties. You'll see a properties tab comes up, and I'm just going to open it up a little bit so you can see what it has. And in fact, I'm going to move it across here and embed it into the side of CAD there, and you'll see that there, if I click on it, there's text height. I'm going to change this text height to 5. You'll see how it makes it a lot bigger. Okay, let me just open that up. You can see it's pushed it across. If I open it up, then it all fits in. All right, I'm going to drag that. I want to take off the ortho mode so that I can move around more freely, and I'm just going to drag it into a space that is better to see and read, and more sort of centered in the space below. Then I'm going to copy this now. I'm going to go click on it, CO for copy, and then I'm going to drag it from that green spot straight down. Here I'm probably going to want to put my ortho mode back on just to restrict it to straight up and down. I'm going to drop that over there, drop that over there, and scale, I'm going to drop it over there. Now, worksheet number is worksheet number 30. Right, worksheet number 30. It is drawing type, it's isometric. Metric, and the scale is going to be 1:1. Scale 1:1. Right, so we have a little title block in the corner with all the necessary information, right? Then what we're going to do here is we're going to go and include our isometric model. And to do that is we want to take this model space and we want to put it onto the layout here. And to do that, we type in view, enter. And I'm just going to go specify corner from there to there. All right. And what I'm going to do here, right, is I'm going to click on the model view space, click on it to highlight it, then drop down this, and I'm going to go 1:1. And when I do that, it creates a 1:1 model on my A4 page. Now I can escape this, right? You'll see that it picks up the line weight quite nicely. One more layer property, and I'm going to call this new layer, and I'll call it M view. Okay? And what I like to do is change it to a different color, so I'm going to call it red. Good. And then I'm going to click on the model view window, drop down, and give it that. Now we know that when we print this or save it as a PDF, we don't want the red. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to be quite sneaky. Is I'm going to go onto my layer properties, right? And I'm going to go where it says print here. So if you look at model view, I'm going to stop it from printing and I'm going to turn it off, right? There it is. So now your drawing is ready to save as a PDF, and all you're going to do is you're going to come up to this print plot over here, Click on that, right? If you want to have a preview, you can click preview, but it should all be set up, ready to go. And we're going to go print, plot, and save. And here you can save it to wherever you want to. I'm just going to save it to my desktop. What you should do, in fact, let's do it again. We're going to print, preview, right, and we're going to go print again. And we're going to create, in our documents, you're going to create a new folder, and you're going to call it EGD. And we're going to save in there with your name written like this. And you're going to go Worksheet 30. Save. Right, and you'll see that it will bring it up for me automatically as a PDF, looking really good, ready to hand in. So you'll then submit this and turn it in on SketchUp, sorry, not on SketchUp, on Teams, in the available space for you. You will have a task there, a project task ready for you to have it uploaded so we can give you a small mark for it. Right, gents, I hope that this has helped you guys a lot and that you've managed to get through this. Remember to ask for help should you need it. Well done for those of you who got to this point and for those of you who eventually get there. It's not easy to do this for the first time, but you've done a great job. Well done.